What's up, chosen ones? I'm here to speak on a very interesting subject, and it's about how we bring karma to the negative people around us and entities around us in human form, right? Like people possessed by demons or people who sold their soul. Let's say, right? I'll give you two examples. Let's say this person is a killer or something, right? Once they get around us, they will die faster because everything is karma in this life. So if this nigga's out here killing people and his karma hasn't been delivered to him for whatever reason, being around people like us will have that karma hit faster. So when you see people around you and they're going through shitty situations or whatever like that, is either because they attacked you or because they are paying their karma, which you make go faster. So you always see their karma. For example, when I was 17, turning 18, maybe, I had a deal, an offering that was for fame. Right? They wanted me to become famous, the devil. In exchange, they were gonna take my life. The person that was gonna take my life was one of my closest friends. My closest friend at that. You know what I mean? And yeah, he was gonna take my life in exchange of riches. So he would get riches and I would get fame. I didn't know this though. I didn't know he was playing for the devil. He had already sold his soul and they had asked for me as the sacrifice to complete the ritual, basically. And once you're selling your soul, you have to agree. Like if you do not agree as a person, they can't take you unless you're like spiritually weak and you don't understand what they're telling you and you just say, yeah, I don't know, or you know what I mean? You're just like, oh yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? Do whatever you want. Oh yeah, you thought they were playing, they're about to sacrifice your ass. You know what I mean? So you gotta be like really serious about that shit. And basically, so he tried to kill me and I saw a bunch of other shit too. Like he had raped his cousin and shit and like a bunch of other shit. So I got away from him at that point because I was like, fuck, dude. This right here is hurting a lot. I can't do anything to protect that woman at that time. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't know. God just told me, get out of there with your life. It's the only thing you could save. I couldn't save the girl. I couldn't save him. Couldn't do nothing. I just had to get out of there because the shit was hot as fuck. And on the way home, God spoke to me and he was like, yeah, you made the right choice. There's multiple scenarios that will confirm your intuition. Like, for example, the girl that was driving me home, I took an Uber home and she was dancing with the car. And I was like, are you dancing with the car? Because, like, normally you wouldn't think about that shit. But I felt her dancing. She was like, oh, my God, how did you notice? It's so funny. But apart from that, basically we get... So the point is their karma comes faster. So after I said no, a couple days, man, I'm gonna say a month later, I found out he was addicted to heroin. Then later on, he had overdosed a couple times. I stopped talking to him at this point. Shit just came to me because we should be really good friends. His family used to talk to me, all kinds of shit, right? And then comes like 2 years later, the guy killed himself and supposedly of an overdose. And the night he tried to kill me, I went home, and once I got home, I was having visions from God, and he was showing me how he was gonna die of an overdose because I thought he was gonna kill me that same night. I didn't know this was like if I said no, they can't come get me type shit. I thought they were just gonna come get me anyways. You know what I mean? I was paranoid as fuck. I learned later on that like they couldn't touch me because I said no. You know what I mean? I had to learn through experience and shit that like once you say no, they cannot fuck with you at all. Like you could talk about this shit, you could do whatever you want, and like the devil has no power over you because you are with God. You know what I mean? Like even when these practitioners try to do black magic and shit, oh they're fucked, dude. Like the karma comes back, or like they tell people, oh I can't practice this on that nigga, I'll get fucked up. God said, you know what I mean? Even if they work for the devil, you know what I mean? They cannot touch God's chosen ones. So apart from that, though, he died. and I had the vision of him overdosing and shit. And yeah, it was just a confirmation more that, like, damn, bro, this nigga died and I saw him die. And I couldn't tell him because God told me, if you tell him, it will ruin his karma. You gotta, like, let it happen. I've saved a couple people from their karma because I know they deserve a second chance. You know what I mean? They didn't hurt me to that point where they try to kill me. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, one of my cousins, right? I saw his girl breaking up with him before. I kept telling him, no, don't get with her. Like, she's a bad influence for you. She's gonna break your heart, whatever. A couple months later, leaves him, right? And in the vision I had before that, he was gonna kill himself because of it. But I told him, I was like, yo, I know you're not gonna listen to me, but if she leaves you, this, and that. Don't kill yourself. I told his parents, whatever. And then a couple months later, the girl leaves him. Bam. He didn't kill himself. Like, we talked about it. He was like, yeah, I've been doing good. Or I was like, thank God. Like, I stopped his karma by making him aware of what was going to happen. And yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. It's a fucking gift. You know what I mean? And, like, their karma does come faster. So that's why we got to stay away from certain energies. So, like, let's say this is another thing I learned, right? I learned this one just yesterday when they tried to buy my soul. So, like, there might be demons and, like, satanic people that fuck with you, right? Like, they're like, oh, this nigga's cool. He's, like, from God and shit. And they'll give you everything you want and, like, shit like that. But it's to get you, like, to a vulnerable position, to get you to sell your soul. Or you will experience the karma that they have. So let's say these people are killers once again, and you still hang out with them and you know all that shit, and you're chosen and you're walking with God. God will not save you. You're walking with the devil once you're walking with those people. I have the power to shapeshift though. Like, I wear a mask energetically. So, like, once I'm around demons, I look like a demon. So they can't decipher my energy. But when I'm alone, I'm an angel. I have big ass wings in my back. Nobody knows this though. Just you guys. And this has been all through, like, trials and trial of error and trying again and error. And it's not even errors. Like, God really puts this shit in your life for you to become aware of how powerful you are. That's what I see it basically as. And it's fun, man. It's fun to grow up spiritually and mature, because it makes you mature a lot. It makes you realize that you're not crazy, that the world is more than what we have been taught. It's past illusions. It's past what we can see with our visible eye. We have a third eye for a reason, right? The pineal gland, the one you dream with. You can dream awake, but dreaming awake is like really seeing shit that's going on in this physical world that we're usually not aware of, because we're not that much in our senses. We're in survival mode. We're not really worried about that spiritual shit. You know what I mean? So once you, like, get help from these psychedelics and shit, like, some people don't even need psychedelics. They're just connected like that. You know what I mean? But most of us, with the type of lives we live and the type of people we hang out with, we need a little help to, like, decipher what's really going on. And that's why they're so powerful. Even if you know what I mean, even if people tell you you're crazy and shit, don't trust them, bro. Like, trust your intuition, your feelings. Your feelings is the most important thing you could feel. Like, if you feel your emotions, you will know what's good for you and what isn't. And the most valuable thing that I've learned is that, because you will feel it. Like, once you're with something that is not good for you, you will not feel calm. You'll feel anxious. You feel mad. You feel all these emotions that ruin your day and your life and your everything. So once you get away from the people or the things that make you feel that way, you become a fucking powerhouse. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people don't make their goals because they stay around people who don't want to see them succeed. They want to stay comfortable. They're scared of being alone. But we're never alone. Like, you know what I mean? We have a great, powerful source above us at all times. and it's always watching us to see what we do. You know what I mean? It's test over test over test, and if you succeed the test, you're proving to him that everything you want, you deserve it. You know what I mean? He's gonna put those, like, the devil is just to see who's truly chosen. You sell your soul, you're giving up a life of God. You know what I mean? You're giving up a great future. And you can see many people, like majority of the people, they don't have God in their life. And the ones that do, the true God, because I've seen a bunch of religious people and they're still broke. They pray every day, they're still broke and suffering. You know what I mean? That means prayer is not the way, or you're not honoring the right God, because your God should give you everything that you ask for. Even if it's not right away, you can feel the energy. Like, you can know he's working for our cause. You know what I mean? Not the devil, because the devil is real too. I'm talking about God, the real one, the one that's inside of all of us, not inside of church, nowhere else, but inside of each and every one of us. He created everything. He created the devil. He created, you know what I mean? He created everything. And it's all duality. Without the bad, we can't have the good. Without the good, we can't have the bad. Without the sad, we can't have the happy. Without the happy, we can't have the sad, etc. You know what I mean? These are all like life lessons that will help you get ahead, and they will help you realize you're not crazy. You're not alone. There's many people going through this, and the majority of people that don't speak on it is because they sold their soul. They told me this one time, one of my mom's friends, and I was like 14, 15. She was like, oh, there's just something different about him. I know he's gonna be different from all of us. He's not gonna make the same mistake, implying that they all sold their soul. I didn't understand at the time, and then like a couple months later, I realized. I was like, oh shit, this is what they were talking about. And it's hard to realize everyone around you has sold their soul or doesn't care to be a conscious person or grow. That's why I'm doing this. Because, you know what I mean? I bet there's people out there. Like, I met some people like me, but it's too late. They already sold their souls. They're already around people that are initiating them, basically. You know what I mean? So if I can't save them, I might as well save strangers, right? I might as well save whoever hasn't done it. You know what I mean? And if you have, well, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. It's your life. You know what I mean? I ain't with that. I just don't fuck with you because, you know, I walk with God. Cannot walk with the devil. I'm not receiving your karma. You know what I mean? Like, I'm chilling. I do everything right just to die because of another nigga. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Or get locked up, whatever. You know what I mean? You just gotta stand on business and trust your intuition and your feelings. Good things will make you feel calm, relieved, stress-free. Bad things, stressed, anxious, mad, etc. Whatever. Scared. You should never feel scared. If you feel scared, that's a dead giveaway that something is wrong. Like, but not scared of scared, you know what I mean? It's more of scared of, oh, I know some shit is gonna go down. You know, you gotta learn to discern that shit. And me personally, tarot cards and shrooms have helped me clear that a lot. You know what I mean? Mescaline is good too, like peyote, San Pedro. Don't do LSD. LSD is bad for you. Like, it will fry your brain. Because you're gonna try to look for answers within that, and you can never find the answer. So you get stuck in a loop, always trying to look for an answer, but you can only get so high. You know what I mean? Once you take another natural type of psychedelic, there's no roof, there's no limit to how high you can get. Not in that way, but like in the spiritual going up way. Like, it doesn't matter how much you take, as long as you take a gram, you should be good. You're gonna experience what you're supposed to experience, because for everybody is different. The best doses, high doses, are more for personal development inwards. You know what I mean? You should do them alone, maybe with a trip sitter, just to take care of you in another room in case you lose it. I didn't lose it. I was pretty calm about it. I took like 4 grams, and I saw like my DNA and shit, all types of shit. I'll talk about that in another video, about my psychedelic experiences that weren't me trying to get my soul bought by some demonic ass people, right? Fuck them. What else? Yeah, that's it for this video though. I'll keep it short. It's already long as hell. You know, I talked hella. And I'm gonna keep doing these because I really feel good about it. And I feel like one day can make a change. Even if they're here for a while, you know what I mean? One day someone will press it and they will know. They'll be like, oh shit, this nigga, he came to help me out. You know what I mean? I got y'all. That's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? I'm here to let you know you're not alone. Because I felt very alone when I was 14. I was first waking up to all this shit. I didn't even do drugs at the time. I just started off meditating and shit. and then the drugs came. I just know naturally I've always been interested in like substances. You know what I mean? So I've found a way to balance myself and be great off or on them. You know what I mean?